Hey everybody, this is our DMR check for Thursday. I'm going to make it kind of quick because apparently I'm running out of minutes on my video. So here we go. Let's get started. Okay, so skill number 1 is finding the value of a set of coins. I have 2 quarters, which I've made those circles here, 1, 2 quarters. We have 1 nickel right here, 1 dime, and 2 pennies. We're ready to make our touch points. We always go in the same order when we're labeling and counting our touch points. We go top to the bottom, back to the top, to the bottom. In the middle, we say punch him in the nose. Top to bottom, top to bottom, and punch him in the nose. Nice and neat. Take your time. Don't rush. We have 1 nickel, which has 1 touch point, so we need to put 1 touch point next. And then we have 1 dime. Dimes have 2 touch points. 2 pennies, we're going to box them so we don't count them by 5s. We're ready to count the value of each coin. So counting by 5s for each touch point, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I write the value underneath each coin as I count. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Stop counting by 5, start counting by 1s. 1 more than 65 is 66, and 1 more is 67. The total value for this set of coins is 67 cents, which we can write in 2 ways. 67 cents using the cent sign and the dollar sign, which would go on the left. There's $0 here because we're under 100 cents. Our decimal point and 67. So 67 cents, 67 cents. That's skill number 1. Give yourself a star if you got that one correct. And moving on to skill number 2, we're ordering numbers from greatest to least. When we order or compare numbers, we always start with the highest place value. In this case, I see that there's a hundreds place in this number. We have a hundreds place, and hundreds place. We don't go to the thousands place here. So we're looking at all the hundreds places in these numbers. Okay, so which one is greater? We have a 4, a 6, a 1, and a 9. I know that out of 4, 6, 1, and 9, 9 is the greatest number. So I know that this number is going to go first. It's the greatest number in the set. So 989. And I'm going to cross it out because I know that I've already used that. Okay, now we're looking at the next 3 numbers. We have 4, 6, and 1. 6 is the greatest number in that set. So I'm going to go ahead and write 678 next. It's our next greatest number, 678. And I'm going to cross it off because I've used it and I don't want to get confused. Okay, now we look at we have a 4 in the hundreds place and a 1 in the hundreds place. 4 is greater than 1. So 456 is going to be our next greatest number, 456. Cross it off. And then there's 1 number left, so we know that that's got to be what goes next, 123. Those are your numbers in order from least to greatest. Give yourself a star for that skill if you got it correct. Okay, and our last skill is to compare numbers. We're looking at which number is greater than, where the sign will point this way, less than, the sign will point this way, or equal to. Notice for greater than, the sign for greater than always points this way. Think of it as a number line. When you go this direction on a number line, the numbers get greater. So when it points this way, it's just like an arrow going to greater numbers. And then less than, think about a number line. When you go this direction on a number line, the numbers get smaller or less. So this direction always means less than. And equal to always looks like this. That means they are the same value. Okay, so let's start with our first 2 numbers. We're going to compare the first 2 numbers and not worry about this one quite yet. Okay, just looking at 1,200 and 1,200. Starting in the greatest place value, both numbers have a thousands place. They both have a 1 in the thousands place. That's equal. So I need to move down to the hundreds place because they have an equal number in the thousands place. So I have a 2 in the hundreds place and another 2 in the hundreds place. Those are equal. I've got to move down again to the tens place. I have a 0 in the tens place and a 0 in the tens place. Equal again. I move down to the ones place, down to the ones place. It's equal again. So I know that these numbers are equal. They're the same value. So this is the symbol that I use to show that these numbers are equal to each other. They have the same value. Now I move on to the next two numbers. I'm going to compare this number with this number, starting in the greatest place value, which is the thousands place in both numbers. They both have a 1 in the thousands place. Moving down to the hundreds place, I have a 2 in the hundreds place and another 2 in the hundreds place. That's equal again, so I move down to the tens place. A 0 in the tens place, a 0 in the tens place. Are these numbers going to be equal to again? Move to the ones place. Let's find out. We have a 0 in the ones place here and a 1 in the ones place here. 1 is greater than 0, and my hungry alligator always eats the larger number. So it goes this way. Reading the math number sentence from left to right, 1,200 is equal to 1,200, which is less than 1,201. Okay, guys, that is our DMR check for today. Go ahead and write a reflection and let me know what you're struggling with, what's easy to you, what's hard, what you want help with, and put it in your reflection so that I can help you even more. Thank you. Good job, guys. See you tomorrow.